Okay, good morning and welcome back. Today we're going to add to our script and uh, kind of finish this project out, creating a game out of this. So what we've done so far, if you remember, is we created this game where the blocks are going to be falling. We can move it left and right. Um, Today we're going to finish that out by eliminating each one of these so that only one block falls at a time, and there's only one up here, so that when I move it left and right, it's only going to be moving one of the sprites at a time. In order to do that, if we look at the backdrops, you'll remember that we created this broadcast a dome message. And then if I go into dome, I can see what the message is. Here, this is when I receive the dome message, it tells me that I should show the dome and repeat until it touches the color black. So when it drops all the way to the bottom, or touches something black, it's going to be changing Y by -10, so it's going to be dropping. And then it's going to create a stamp of itself, and then it's going to come back up to the top and go to a random one from -240 to 240, random X position. The Y position is still going to be here at the top at 140, and then it'll hide it and move on to the next one if possible. What we need to do now is we need to create this broadcast, this set of scripts within each one of these. And I don't think we did that last time. No. So we have to go ahead and create those. Let's see if I put it in the backpack. Let's just go to triangle 1. No, I did not put it in the backpack at all. So I'm going to have to do that now. I'm making a mess of it right now. Okay. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go into Dome. I'll grab that when I receive Dome. And just as a reminder, if you want to get rid of something, you can see I always try to do the same thing each time and delete it, right click and delete it. But if you just drag code to the left and drop it, that would get rid of it completely. Okay. But even without that, and I don't need to drop this script into the backpack necessarily, unless I know I'm going to use it over and over again, especially for future programs. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this and drag it to each one of these. See how it kind of shakes? It says I'm going to drop it in there, and then it comes back to down. Drop it triangle 2 into square, rectangle, and the arch. Now when I click on triangle 1, it's going to say when I receive dome. I don't want it to be dome anymore. I want to make it so that it's triangle 1. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to come in here and create new messages. So I'll make a new event and broadcast. And instead of dome, I'm going to create that as new message in triangle 1. And I don't want that to be broadcast. I want it to be broadcast and wait. Just see triangle 1 is still in there. So now we're going to just create a bunch more of these. We're going to do triangle 1, triangle 2, square, rectangle, and arch. New message, triangle 2, new message, square, and rectangle, notch. I think that's all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I have to go into each one of these, and instead of making for triangle 1, instead of dome, and triangle 1, try and clean this code up a little bit. Make that triangle 2. See, whenever you drop it in like that, it always puts it on top of whatever's up. This one is square. Rectangle. And arch. So now whenever I run this program, I should have it so that it's instead of having all these lined up here, it should be blacking out each one of them or making them completely disappear so that only one is dropping at a time. If I click on the green flag, you'll notice that it is running through a sequence, but it's going one right after another. And I can clear the board and start over. And now every time it starts the game, it's going to drop them one at a time. This is kind of like a Tetris, or except you can't do much with it other than move it right and left. But your goal is going to be the same. It's going to be who's going to take the longest to get to the top. Because we look at this, we have no way of knowing when it hits the top or what we would consider the top. And we have no way of counting how much time it is. So we're going to add a timer to this as well. So I'm going to start by making a new sprite. And let's just go into like a little button 3 maybe. And whenever we do button 3, we're going to create a timer that goes within it. So after thinking this through, I've decided that we don't want to create a button because it might set it up so that it'll accidentally hit it. Like if our dome hit the button, it might trigger it as a black. So why don't we just create a new variable timer. So we'll go into variables, and we'll make a variable. And we'll call this variable timer. So now that I have this timer, what I can do is I can set up an event where we'll do a green flag. So that when the green flag is clicked, then we will go into variables again, set timer to, and we'll do, say, 30 seconds. So that now when I click the green flag, you're going to see that my timer variable at the top there goes to 30 seconds. Now you'll notice it's not doing anything, and it's because that's all we've set it to do is go to 30 seconds. So now we have to create another or more scripts to make this work. So let's go back into control, and we'll do a repeat until script. So now whenever we drop that in, we'll do an operator. So we'll repeat until, and then we can make timer equal to 0 by going back into variables and click timer. And we make this equal 0. Now you'll notice we still haven't done anything, so this is going to repeat nothing until the timer is equal to 0, so it's never going to go down. So now we're going to drop a change timer by, well, we'll put a weight in there first. So we'll put a weight, and you can do it by either 1 second or 0.1 seconds. If you want to really build the suspense up, you can make it go wait 0.1 seconds. And then we will change the timer by -0.1. So that now as this happens, our timer is going to drop. As soon as I click the green flag, it's going to drop by 0.1 each time. So now if I click the green flag, our goal is going to be to build it up to until it hits the top by the time the timer runs out. So this one's going pretty well. Now you never want a game to be too easy, and you don't want it to be too hard. And so if you look at this now, I mean, it's not going anywhere, and we still have 15 seconds left. So we might want to adjust our timer time to make it so, let's say it's 15 seconds. Make sure you clear it, click this, and now you have 15 seconds to try and create this tower to reach the top. You'll notice it now seems much harder. And we made it to the top, so still a little easy. You can adjust that time to where you see fit to make it a more challenging game. You can also put instructions into your Scratch page, so whenever you share this project, I can put instructions in. And my instructions will be play the game to try to make the tower reach the top before time runs out. You could also make it so that alternatively, try not to make it to the top. And that would be one where if we set a timer for, like, say 45 seconds or a minute, we can make it so that we don't want to make it to the top. So that their goal would be to have it say, like, set the timer for 45 seconds. So whenever we start it, now you want to try to keep it so that it doesn't reach the top level. And this is actually probably a little harder because you don't know where it's going to drop. So I've already lost this game. Okay, so basically that's all we're doing for this project. We have added these different aspects in. I did all this under backdrop, but you could do it under any one of these sprites. You would only have to do it one time. I did this one under backdrop instead of creating a button, but that's it for this project, days 3 and 4. You can save it either as day 3 or day 3 and 4. No problems there. So, all right, have a good day and good luck on the project. Contact me if you need any help.